Earlier this year, Disney invoked the King Charles Clause to prevent Ron DeSantis from gaining leverage over the company. But I'm not sure if people fully understand how deep the corruption goes. The story goes back to the 1960s when Walt Disney reached out to Bill Donovan, the founding father of the CIA, to help establish Disney World. Donovan would create fake IDs for Disney agents and run a disinformation campaign to prevent people from knowing which land Disney wanted to buy, which allowed Disney to secure 40 square miles of land for under $200 an acre. But in order to gain full control, they had to find a way to limit the voting power of private residents. So in order to do that, they brought in this guy, Paul Helliwell, who came up with the idea of establishing two phantom cities. They would establish the city of Bay Lake, which according to the 2020 census had a population of 29 people, as well as Lake Buena Vista, which only has 24 people, because Disney only allows a small number of hand-selected people friendly to the company to live there. And that small group of people is who votes in the elected officials in charge of the Reedy Creek Improvement District, which is the county in which Disney resides. And those elected officials cede all control of the county to Disney. And that allows Disney to control the district's tax money and get around environmental regulations. And this is why I'm building an alternative to Disney, because the tricks and deceptions have only escalated. And this is where the Royal Family Clause comes in. Earlier this year, Ron DeSantis was one day away from gaining leverage over Disney's board. Disney invoked a rarely used clause dating back to 1692, in which they replaced the Reedy Creek Improvement District with the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. And by invoking this Royal Lives Clause, they'll maintain control until 20 years after the death of King Charles's youngest heir. And as long as they keep having kids, it's basically forever. And this is why we need alternatives to Disney that don't push the woke nonsense. So I've started with books on the First Amendment, the right to bear arms, the history of fake news, the corruption of the banking system, the trap of free, and so much more. ClassicalLearner.com